Nah, you tripping on Jake Paul? This Jake Paul Mike Tyson announcement?
You said it wasn't gonna happen. I'm telling you.
I still don't think it's.
That's what he told me too.
Yeah,
You're a hater. Yeah, you're a hater.
I don't think it's happening. I broke it down to you now. I'll break it down to you too.
Break it down to the people.
Listen, I'm on record too. When his opponent was walking out to the ring, I looked in dude's face and I was like, yo, he got that face like he know what he's supposed to do tonight. He's supposed to find somewhere on this mat to lay down, and when that perfect punch is thrown, he gonna lay down. And
that's what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant.
I thought you meant he knew how to fight.
And I'm not saying from a standpoint of him taking money to take a dive. I just saying this dude look like he know what his job is. He's supposed to find somewhere to lay down on this canvas. Okay. And when that punch is thrown, he's supposed to lay down. Furthermore, and it could be just me looking into things a little too more. I'm watching the ref while the fight is going on. I'm looking at the ref, and the ref looks like he's not interested in jumping in and stopping this fight. Because nobody likes a ref to just jump in and wave off the fight. So the ref looked like he looking for, I see you getting wailed on, bruh, but it's got to be a good punch for me to jump in here. And I didn't see that. Or excuse me, I didn't, eventually the ref just had to jump in and wave the fight off, right? So after you move past that, it is what it is. The whoever was in the ring interviewing him, what's next? Jake says, well, maybe something more competitive. I thought that this was going to be competitive. I mean, the dude's 15-1, 15-2. I thought this was going to be more than it was. I don't know. I'm like, no. You not 4 days away from that right there. And you already know what's next. And not only just what's next, but this right here. You gave us no feeling whatsoever that you had something exciting coming next. And for somebody that their life is built around getting people excited, you didn't give us no inkling whatsoever that you was getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, and you making an announcement 4 days after the fight. That to me don't make sense.
Though? Are we not excited?
I'm not excited, and that's why I don't think the fight happening. I think for something like this to happen, it takes more than 4 to 5 days to make something like this happen. And what I'm saying is, I don't think that through the course of him having a fight in Puerto Rico, never mentioned, we're going to get this bum out of the way, and I got something real exciting for y'all after that. Never said anything like that. And then after the fight, as dry as it ended, as dry as it was, you got to do something to get us excited and get us pumped up. And you didn't know that this fight was on the horizon? I don't think this fight gets made in 4 or 5 days.
Well, he did bring up Canelo after the fight, and he said...
And on top of that, he brought up Canelo.
He said Mexicans versus Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, I heard that.
I said, how this nigga...
He said, I'm representing Puerto Rico now.
Yeah, he over there fighting in Puerto Rico, so he got to pay taxes.
All that being said, I just don't think the fight's happening. I don't think that... I don't know, man. I think it's a publicity stunt.
I got a question for y'all. Do you think at some point Jake will ever try to work his way up the ranks and actually fight for a real title, or go towards that?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't expect this fight to happen for that express purpose. When you're fighting at, I think his weight class would be 175.
No.
He's cruiser.
He's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, he will be a cruiserweight champion. I think he's trying to work his way up to fighting for a cruiserweight championship title. I don't think you take a fight with Mike Tyson, whether it's for the money, the shine, the act. I don't know what it's for exactly. But this fight doesn't push you forward towards a world championship title.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jake. I like everything that he stands for, especially after watching his documentary. Completely different than what I expected. He's a solid dude, and he's trying to get those rights and the money and all those things for professional fighters, UFC too. So I would like to see him actually work his way up the ranks. I think he's gonna whip Mike Tyson ass. I do think the fight is gonna happen.
And you think he's gonna whoop his ass?
Look,
what?
I think he's gonna whip Mike Tyson's ass.
Hey, look at the coon. Look here, man. Come on now.
Look, man, Mike Tyson is old, bro. He's almost 60 years old, and I know he was Iron Mike back in the day.
Yeah.
Talk about hot box and ayahuasca Mike right now. Mike in a different space. He looked terrible against Roy Jones. They both looked terrible.
They did. They did.
We
They
know
did.
he still got to
forgot
punch his
about
chance.
that.
We know he got to punch his chance, but I don't think he can eat the punches. I don't think he got in him. I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight, and I think Jake gonna win.
If the fight does happen, I think that Jake will be fighting not to survive, but fighting to win rounds. And people don't understand boxers that box to win rounds. People understand boxers that fight, go back and forth, take chances. I don't think Jake will take any chances in this fight. I think he's going to try to win rounds just to say he beat Mike Tyson, and to me, that's corny.
Okay, if he fight Mike and he knocks Mike out, we need Wilder to go defend our honor. He's our Wakanda right now.
I mean, if you want to be realistic about it, Mike, there's just too many miles on Mike. That's before you even talk about his age. Huh?
He's old.
But that's before you even talk about his age, and you talk about a man like Mike Tyson trying to get ready for, and on top of that, they would probably make this a 10-round fight, something like that, just to make Mike go those rounds and things like that. I mean, I don't see it happening, and it's honestly for me, it's hard to count out Mike. I think Mike, if the fight happens, this is what I'll say. The fight happens, Mike gives us 3 great rounds, and the fight ends. If the fight don't end in 3 rounds, Mike loses.
Okay, let's look at Mike Tyson's last professional fight. When was that? 2006, 2005, something like that.
I think he had one later than that though. I think Mike
to the white boy. That was his last.
That was his last one.
Kevin McBride in 2005.
2005.
Okay.
Danny McBride in 2005.
Danny.
Kevin.
And Mike was late 30s, late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
And you talking about a Mike that was, he didn't train that hard. He said he was trying to get a payday, whatever the case may be, he was done. And now you talking about 20 years later, another white boy that's young, that's in his early 20s.
Why gotta be white?
Whatever it is, white boy.
I mean, he still got that old man strength, right? What if he clipped Jake in the first?
I mean, he got to punch his chance. It could happen. Yeah, but outside of that, I don't. And I mean, I'm a Mike Tyson fan. If he could win, that would be a beautiful thing. It'd be great for all the old people. Yeah. But I just don't see it happening.
I look at the same thing you guys say about Keith Thurman, how he's been on this layoff, and you gotta fight, you gotta find your timing and things like that. We could talk about the puncher's chance that Mike clearly does have, but at the same time, you gotta respect the fact that when you haven't done it at that level in front of people like that, the list goes on, and we even saw it with Roy Jones. You just don't have the timing to have a puncher's chance, So I think for this fight right here with Mike, it's a matter of rushing Jake, reminding Jake of what he never saw. Because let's be real, like Jake never saw the real Mike Tyson. And you remind him of everything that everybody has said about him, and you put fear in Jake's mind and put fear in Jake's heart and mind. In a matter of two rounds, you might have some success. But outside of that, I don't see the fight happening though. I hate that we even analyzed it.
Let's not forget, Jake Paul has fought against some UFC guys that have power, and they couldn't knock him down. So I'm not saying that they got,
It was the same thing though. Timing.
Somebody did hurt him. Somebody buzzed him or hurt him.
Tyrone.
Tyrone? Okay. Yeah.
In the first fight, he did catch him with some. He almost dropped him, but he didn't. And then he ended up getting knocked out. So you talk about young guys.
He almost dropped him, but he didn't.
You talking about young guys that have power, that are professional fighters. Yeah, they MMA, but they got punching power. And he was able to take those punches from guys that are, 20 years younger than Mike Tyson.
Yeah.